Welcome to last week's Hungarian Grand Prix weekend review. To start off with the sprint race, a small recap as the footage is currently in the hands of Joki, who will not share it after this weekend. Well, Joki won from P1 in the 91 car as he was a wildcard entry and will not return after this weekend. Behind Joki it's gonna be Noah and then Nico ahead of Ben, who was in P2 after lap 1 but then crashed and gave away P2 to those guys. Then it's gonna be Tonin and Salami and Pierre, who both had miserable races with a lot of drama. Now on to the main race. And we are green in Hungary for the race. Pierre up into P1, Tonin and Salami behind. Tonin cuts slightly the curb and Noah has contact with Nico behind. Still Pierre from Salami, from Tonin. Then it's Ben holding the inside line, defending from, I believe that was Nico. As now behind there is Joki and Noah, as Ben and Nico are fighting. Ben goes wide, Nico sends it off the inside of the little chicane here. No, and Nico and Ben went off. Nico just collided and Joki spun over the curb. Ben is in the wall of the track. Nico is just ahead behind Joki. Joki switches over to move to the inside, but that was Nico's line and Nico taps Joki off, but makes the overtake. Not sure what the stewards will think of that. Up ahead, Noah now up into P4 as the battle for the lead is going well. Tonin sent it, but he lost it. Salami P1 and Pierre is P2, but he gets stepped by his teammate. They are around and Salami is P1. Track limits there for Salami. As Noah also takes track limits, but that was to avoid action, as now Tonin is fighting with Noah here for P2 with Pierre and Salami behind. And safety car is being called by the drivers. Will there be a safety car? Tonin still P2 here, defending another safety car call, and now the safety car is called out. There are some Nico complaints over the radio by some of the drivers under the safety car. And now there's being threatened that the Nico and Joki will be disqualified as they are crashing and causing dangerous actions under the safety car. And they are calling for the other one to be disqualified. It's absolute chaos as the safety car is getting thrown around by Pierre and Tonin. As now the leader gains control. As the safety car now comes into the pits, it's going to be Pierre from Tonin, from Salami, from Nico. Ben is nowhere. Then, oh no, Pierre is way behind. He lost some positions on the restart. Joki is now in 6th position. Here Salami pushing Noah wide. Noah has none of it, switches back to the outside, goes for the inside, does not throw it, just down the inside. As, did I just read that correctly? We might have some disqualifications for the first time in Dutch F3 history. We'll have to wait and see for another confirmation. As Tonin is going away with the win. Salami gets spun by Noah, but he retains position. Nico in 4th. As we are now on the last lap, but there is a red flag. Red flag for the Joki and Nico chaos. As we go green for the second time this day, as Tonin is off clean, Noah holds up the pack. Tonin cuts a bit of the inside, 3 wide with Salami, Pierre and Noah. Ben behind, he just slots in there. Salami is all over the back of Noah here. Tonin is slightly going away here. Noah seems to hold position. He gets a little love tap from Salami, nearly gets spun around. Some drama in the pit lane with the disqualified guys. We will look into that after this race, as Pierre is pushing some track limits there as well for Pierre. Salami, another track limits. We might have to re-look the results, guys, because this is not okay, the track limits around here. Ben in last place, Tonin ahead. Is anyone gonna do anything? Salami, little half spin. Pierre, track limits. Ben, track limits. Loads of track limits by all the drivers. The entire media panel is flashing red for track limits. As the only guy who don't have track limits are Tonin and Nico. Now in the final corner, Salami sends it on Noah. They go off. Pierre might be able to get P2, but he boosts Salami up into P3. And that's Noah P2. Tonin wins the second race. Tonin, Noah, Salami, Pierre. But we now have some footage here of Joki. Oh my goodness, he just drives onto the track and hits Nico. And we also have the notice that Nico's DSQ has been removed and will be classified P6. With Salami in 4th after that final move kamikaze on Noah. He drops 1 position with 2 Alpines on the podium and Noah in P2.